Okay, I want to give a quick update this evening on the status. This is week 5 and we'll be talking about plagues and progress. Now why do I want to make this update now is because I think my latest video when I reviewed the Nano-Reef pack, I mentioned that I was not happy about the surface skimming, so I made a change now to move this streamer to the left, but I'm still not happy. It did improve the situation, but now the next step is actually to move the inner filter to the left and make a bigger change. So that's why I want to give the status now before doing that one. On the plagues, starting with the diatomic algae, they are withdrawing currently for the second bloom, so I think that's good. I hope I get rid of those. And then going for the Aiptasia, actually maybe you see now my Aiptasia hero here, he's coming up to show himself. It's actually going very good with the Aiptasia. That shrimp has really done the job. So I think he's been there now for close to 2 weeks, but it took him about a week and he had cleaned the tank off. But I'm actually seeing that, so all of the 10 anemones I had, they're gone, but I'm actually seeing on some corals there are still coming small polyps of Aiptasia, or small, very small, so they're still coming, so I let him be for a while. The trumpet coral, actually now I moved the streamer, I safeguarded and put the trumpet coral in the back. He's still alive, and but one of the polyps, I think that would be a goner. It's not 100% goner yet, but it doesn't look fresh. But one polyp is actually looking quite fresh, and the second one, I think it will go. It will stay with me as well. So maybe I will be able to salvage that colony, 2 out of 3. Let's see. So that's it on the plagues, I believe. On progress, I'm gonna disconnect the camera and we will look at the coralline algae. But before looking at the coralline algae, we'll talk about the bird's nest. I think the bird's nest been here for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, no, 2 weeks I think. And as you see, it has very white spiky tips. So actually the calcification of that coral is going very well. The calcification is also going quite well on the Milkia. But looking at the bird's nest, which is the longest SPS I've had in the tank, I'd say the growth rate is somewhere between 0.8 to 1 millimeter per week, which is it's a okay growth rate. I'm happy that it grows, and the rate is okay or even good. So bird's nest is growing, the SPS is growing. Not sure it's visible, but the Milkia, something happened about 30 minutes or an hour ago. I don't know what. I fed the fish, and the skimmer started bursting bubbles, micro bubbles in, and some of the polyps actually retracted, so it's looking a little bit shabby right now. But the milk has actually grown as well. I am picking up growth rate on that one, also similar to 1 millimeter per week. And where I have the, so to say, the wound on the base of the Milkia, I'm also seeing that it's healing up. it's somewhere 1.5 to 2 millimeters that the calcification is covering up the per week. Sorry, 1.5 to 2 millimeters per week, which the calcification is covering up the wound. So we're getting there. Okay, let me pause and we will look at the coralline algae. So I think this was one of the spots. I think we looked at this one, be it 3 weeks ago, and calcification has gone quite well. It's a clear growth pattern. I'll try to put in a comparative picture from 3 weeks ago. One of the things I noticed, now I think you can pick up the white edge where the calcification is occurring. When I have the diatomic bloom, actually it seems to be stopping the calcification or slowing it down quite severely. So, because the diatomic algae, they cover the coralline algae, and then I think it's more difficult for calcification to occur. I don't know exactly what happens. That said, actually also I start to pick up on this. You see on this rock now, there, I'm picking up coralline algae. So I think there's been some type of bloom in the aquarium because it's populating more and more of different types of rocks where you wouldn't spot coralline algae 3 weeks ago. And actually I changed the aquascape a little bit. So what we were looking at, a second indicator, it's actually, you can only see it there. It's almost closed the gap over the vine algae. So it has grown also there on that indicator. So yeah, I think there's a different opinion for coralline algae, but I like the purple, so I'm very happy about the growth. I will pause. Okay, I think we're approximately back. Yeah, I mentioned the next step is going to be working on the surface skimming and moving the filter. Then I also will do some upgrades. So I have the osmolator unit for which fits into that filter. They're not cheap anymore, but it's gonna fit that filter, and I think it's worth the improvement. On top of that, actually, I also have this Tunsetobel streamer, which is speed controllable. I think the only thing I'm lacking is the moonlight sensor, so I can reduce the flow during dark hours. So let's see how far I get to the next status, but yeah, focus on technology and focus on improving the surface, and then yeah, on the plagues, continue a little bit to monitor the diatomics. That said, you have a good evening, and bye bye.